Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today we're looking at Science Direct with cadmium contamination in water and soil. So they took this study and they took some time to see what are the economic climate change effects and effects with population rate on cadmium, especially in the water and the soil, and their findings. So with an increasing population, economic development, climate changes, water scarcity, and access to safe water becoming urgent challenges for the whole world, cadmium and its compounds are distributed in settled, dissolved, absorbed, or bioaccumulated forms in aquatic ecosystems. And why is that an issue? Because poor quality surface water, marine water, groundwater due to CD toxicity have distributed the ecological balance of the environment. So one thing about cadmium that you might be wondering is, why is that an issue? And why does it cause problems? Well, first, it does disturb the environment, the natural ecosystem. Second of all, it is toxic to humans, as CD is a toxic heavy metal, and its chronic exposure leads to antagonistic changes in living organisms when it enters the food chain and also when it enters the water supply. And it has gained the attention of scientists after a breakout of Atai disease in Japan also that resulted from wastewater irrigation of agricultural lands. Also, CD enters the environment through natural and anthropogenic sources, and its bioavailability in soil depends on physiochemical properties of the soil. And due to high CD mobility in the soil, it also causes toxicity to plants and humans, as well as local microbes. So it affects the soil as well. It's not just the water, but what do you use on the soil to grow plants? You specifically have to use water. That's the only way to grow plants. So what happens is it gets in the water, then you start to water your plants, then the plants also have problems, and there's toxicity to plants, which is passed on to humans. And plants' high CD concentrations exert toxic effect on plants' physiology and metabolic processes. So it also affects the plant's growth, it affects their production, and as we all use plants for consumption, this is an issue as well. Now, in human CD intake occurs through three routes: food intake, occupational exposure, and smoking, and also through drinking water. Now, however, CD through food intake is a major route of exposure. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that with all of these changes happening, this can cause problems to first surface water, marine water, and groundwater. So this affects multiple water bodies. It disturbs the ecological balance, and it can disturb ultimately the environment. Now, when that happens, it's inevitably going to come back to us. It's going to come back to humans because what's ever affecting these types of water bodies, surface, whether it be marine, whether it be groundwater, is going to cause an issue. So to keep the environment in balance, to keep yourself safe, and to keep plants also in good condition, it's always a good idea to periodically test water for high levels of cadmium.